Hey friend, welcome back to another video, but in this video we're actually picking up right back where we left off in the last video. That way we can get straight to it.
Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me
Now, back to where we was. Remember the last thing I said was that I had a bigger TV. It's like, no, I'm playing. I didn't have a bigger TV, but I got a TV. I got a mini fridge and I got a microwave. If you don't remember, go watch the last video and then come back here because none of this is going to make sense. Like I said, I had got a TV, but the type of TV that I had was like the Roku TV. You know, the TV that already comes with the damn channels on there. You don't got to hook it up to no cable, none of that. It already got what it needs. Just plug it up and go. Connect it to some Wi-Fi, you good. Her TV, on the other hand, was a cable TV. That only worked if you had like the Roku stick or like if you had something to plug into it to show it. Because if not, baby, you could really just say it was a monitor. To be real, because it just sat there. So once I got my TV, I want to say this is where things kind of started getting like weird. And it's not just because of the TV. It's just like the way she was acting and like the way she was moving was really starting to piss me off. Prime example, right? It was me, Bestie, Tyson, and then Tyson's best friend. Okay, Tyson had another best friend, not Liam, another person. It was all of us. And at this point, the room had been separated into literally in half. Like, girl, don't cross this line, and I'm not going to cross that line. But technically, I had to cross her line because the bathroom and the front door was over there. So, like, just don't bring your ass on my side. But basically, we had put our dressers, like, in the middle of the room. And then it was, like, a little gap of, like, a walkway so I could get to the bathroom and the front door. Because, like I said, if we were to block, I couldn't get to it. But we had separated to the point where I don't have to see you. You don't have to see me. You mind your business. I'm a mind. Thank you. So, like I said, all of us was in there. She wasn't in there yet. Ivy was not in there yet. It was just us. It was just the four of us. I was sitting on the bed doing homework. My other friend was sitting on the bed. And then the other two was on the floor doing their homework. So she comes in, right? Ivy comes in. We chilling. The TV is like on low because no one's really watching the TV. I didn't have the TV loud or anything, but it's on low. Everybody's doing their homework. You know, some of them got their headphones in. My bestie in particular has her headphones in. Okay, so Ivy goes to the bathroom. She's about to take a shower, and mind you, Ivy has this speaker. This fucking speaker. She has a speaker, and it's loud as hell. Okay, and every time she takes a shower, she brings the speaker in there so she can play her music. Valid. I feel it. Play your music in the shower. I'm a girl's girl. Do what you gotta do. But my problem is, why every time you taking a shower, you playing one person and one person only? Kevin goddamn Gates. Girl, I'm not a hater on Kevin Gates. Love him down bad. But the way she was playing Kevin Gates, y'all, like song after song after song after song. Ooh, maybe a little skip song. Like, damn, don't nobody want to hear Kevin Gates on repeat like that. Sorry. Love you down, Kevin. But not on repeat. So the music was just loud in the bathroom. So we was like, okay, well, maybe when she come out the bathroom, she gonna cut it off. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing right now because you in the bathroom, you taking a shower. What the fuck I look like being like, hey, turn the music down. Like, now I'm really a hating ass bitch. Now I'm really hating for real. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna just wait till she come out the bathroom to see, like, is she gonna turn it down? Mind y'all, I waited. And I'm not a very patient person, like, at all. You got probably all of 10 seconds with me before I say something to you. But I was being patient. I was like, okay, well, maybe she putting her other stuff down, still getting stuff out the bathroom, still want to jam to her last little song. Cool. That's fine. So the song keep going, and then it plays another song. And I'm like, okay, maybe this her favorite song. She want to hear this song. No. She sits her ass in her bed. And mind you, okay, I'm going to set it up for you. The way the beds was set up, her bed was like, damn, like this against the bathroom wall, okay? And then it was her dresser. her dresser doors open towards her bed, right? My bed is like this, and it's against the main wall. I say the main wall because that's the wall that the bathroom is connected to. I hope this makes sense. So my bed is like sitting against her dresser, kind of. I'm not leaning against her dresser like this. I'm like against the wall like this, and her dresser's right next to me, and then my friend is next to me, and then my two friends are on the floor. So I'm waiting for her to cut this damn music off. She ain't cut it off yet. So I'm like, hey, Ivy, you mind turning your music down? It's a little loud. And she turned it down a little bit. When I say a little bit, literally, it felt like Shorty just like grabbed her phone and like turned it down one notch. One notch. So I'm like, all right, I feel like you're trying to piss me off because I asked you nicely and now you fucking with me. So I asked her again. I said, can you turn that down? That's loud. And she was like, okay, well, you got your TV on, do. I said, but my TV is not louder than your music, bro. And she was like, didn't turn the TV down. So I said, cool. We being petty. We being petty. Okay, cool. Let me show you petty. I turned my TV up to 100 max all the way up. I don't even know what was on the TV. Probably some YouTube or something. But I turned it all the way up, and baby, the next scene that was loud, it was ringing in that room. It was loud, and it must have pissed her off so bad. Cause she was like, "All right, now you doing too much. Why you gotta turn your music?" And I was like, "Well, I asked you to turn your music down, and you act like you don't want to turn your music down. So now I gotta turn my TV up to hear my TV. See the problem? You know." So then she just got the run of her mouth. Now, mind you, at this point, we're going back and forth. Like, turn your TV. My best friend on the floor takes her earphones out. And she look up. And she like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? Because we just going back and forth. So then she said something. I don't know what she said, y'all. I don't know. But it must have hit a nerve in my chest. And I was like, well, you know what? At least my man ain't sleeping with the girl next door. Yeah. I felt like she was coming for me. So I was like, let me tell you something about your man, about Liam. Let me tell you about Liam. Because you think you know everything, but let me tell you about your man. But what she said next really just solidified everything to me. Because I was like, yeah, now you're a bird brain. Like, we can't even be cool. Because what? She gonna proceed to say, okay, and I knew that already. We talked about that already. So you know that your boyfriend is sleeping with the girl next door? And y'all, when I say next door, I'm so serious about next door. Like, I could go out the room, reach my arm like this, and hell, I could bang on the wall next to me. And she could have a conversation with me through the wall. That's how close we were to this girl, okay? And she told me, I already knew that. Girl, you're a goofy. You're weird. And I, like, no, can never be me. Can never be me. No, negative, no. After that fiasco, like I said, I wasn't really in my room for real. I wasn't really in the room. I was with my bestie or with my man at the time or with his friends, or we was just out on campus. Girl, I was hardly in that room. Seriously. So, at some point, she decides to tell the RA, or let me not even blame her. Maybe the RA somehow got involved. Go to this RA meeting, right? Supposedly I have a RA meeting. And if y'all don't know what a RA is a resident assistant. Somebody that basically watches over all the freshmen, or like a dorm specifically, just to help like the girls out. If there's any problems, they help. So she go tell the RA that I'm dirty, and that I don't clean, and that I keep my dirty clothes in a trash bag. Y'all, I wish I was making this shit up. Like, I wish I was making this shit up. Like, I'm so serious. She was like depicting me as this dirty girl that just never cleaned up shit, never did nothing. And I was just like, you are unbelievable. And it was all because I didn't clean the room that 1 or 2 weekends. When I wasn't even in there. I wasn't even in there to clean. Like, nothing that I did in that room was for me to clean it up. Does that make sense? Like, if I didn't dirty it, why am I cleaning it? So she told the RA people that I'm dirty and my dirty clothes is in a trash bag. Mind you, my clothes was not in a trash bag. Are you stupid? They were in a laundry bag. If you ever seen a laundry bag, it's literally a bag and it has like a little pocket on the side and a little hook and a little, so you can carry it instead of rolling around a heavy ass basket. That's what my dirty clothes were in. And you could seal it up. On top of that, don't ever in your life try to play me like I'm a stanky dirty bitch. Don't do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Because it never gave that, girl. It never gave that. You just mad because you thought you had a personal maid who was going to clean up you after you and your man. And I wasn't doing it. You had me bent. That's what that was. So then I said, oh, we snitching? We doing weird stuff like that? Like saying I got stuff everywhere and blase, when that's not even true. But okay. Cool. Let's talk about how Liam is always over here and spending the night. The problem with Liam, he didn't even stay in Towers. He didn't even stay on campus. He stayed somewhere else with his people. You don't even stay on campus. But yet you coming over here to spend a night in your girl dorm. So I told him that and he was like, oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because we have the sign-in sheets. And they basically gave her a slap on the wrist and told me, go clean up your shit, you dirty bitch. Like, basically. But, y'all, that was like, okay, now you really doing some weird off shit. Because, like I said, I don't remember if she told the RA or the RAs just ended up getting involved. But either way, it could have been a simple conversation. But you wanted to take it to another level. So that's fine. So afterwards, after the little RA meeting, I meet up with my best friend. So me and Ivy go back to the room after the little RA meeting. And she's like, I'm so glad that we could get that out the way. I really didn't want it to be no problem. So, like, what are y'all about to do? And da-da-da-da. Me and Bestie looking at this. What are you talking about? We are not cool after that. Like, we not cool after that. I'm so sorry because you really just sat up in this room and told these people that I was dirty. You're crazy. Like, no, girl, we not hanging out. No. That was the last hangout. Us sitting in that room together was the last hangout you're ever going to have with me. The hell? So, after that, we just stopped being cool for real. Like, we just stopped hanging out. But hell, we was barely hanging out to begin with. But we just stopped talking. Like, literally, it was like, see you later, bye. Like, don't even know you. And it was really crazy to me because I've known this girl since I was like 9. I grew up with you in church. But like I said, I didn't know her outside of church. So it's like I couldn't tell who she really was as a person outside of that. And we quickly figured out that, yeah, you do weird shit and like, what the hell? I don't know where your mind was at. I don't know, girl. But fast forward, they were having something on campus. And this was like a little bit after the whole RA situation where she was like truly believing that we were still kind of cool. Okay. But she was like, yeah, can this girl come over and like spend a night in our room? She's like visiting or some shit. And I was like, I can't remember if I said I don't care or if I said no, but I think I said I don't care because who the hell do I look like telling another girl she can't stay in the room? Like, as long as that bitch not in my bed, I don't give a damn. But thing was, she brought the girl down into like the lobby area outside, and Tyson was out there, the dude that I was dating at the time, and supposedly Tyson knew her. But the girl was just being real flirtatious, and then Ivy just was not saying nothing about it. She was just like, well, the girl was like, you're not gonna give me a hug? Like, you don't miss me? Like, I haven't seen you in forever. And you know, men are bird brains. Of course, he just go along with it, and I have to deck him too. But like, Ivy, why did you bring this girl that clearly has history with the dude I'm dating? You see what I'm saying? Is the 2 plus 2 equaling 4? Messy. You was like, it was like little stuff like that was just irritating me, and it was just like, yeah, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not liking how you moving. What ended up happening, y'all? The RAs basically asked me if I wanted to move out or if she wanted to, or if I wanted her to move out. I was like, the hell do I look like leaving? I was there first. Literally, I was here first. I was dead ass here first. Technically, this is my room. She gotta go. And supposedly they moved her down the hall and like somewhere near like the trash chute. I thought that was ironic. But I ended up having the room to myself. So I had the 2 beds, the 2 dressers, the 2 desks, and the 2 chairs all to myself, y'all. But RAs is some haters. Because I had decorated the other side all nice and cute. Girl, I thought I was going to have me a queen bed up in them. Okay? I thought life was great. I was like, yes, I got a whole 1 bedroom. Who y'all know? And mind y'all, it was like, what, spring semester? So the year was damn near over. And only freshmen stay in these, like, in these dorms. So after that, we wasn't going to be staying there no more. So I'm like, bet, I got the whole room to myself for the rest of the year. It's up. Yes. No. You know them people tried to find me? They tried to find me like $200 and some because I had put clean clothes, by the way, that I was washing on the other bed. And I was in the process of folding them. And I guess they had did a room check. And they came in there and they was like, oh, that's a violation. You can't have your stuff on the other bed. I was like, okay, but nobody else is staying here. They was like, yeah, but if we decide to put somebody in this room or move somebody in, you know, you can't just have your stuff there. And I was like, okay, well, when they come, I'll move it. Why they kept telling me that the whole rest of the year? They just kept saying, no, you can't put nothing there because we plan on moving somebody in. Who are you moving in? It's spring semester, babe. We got, what, 3 months left? Let me have this. You doing too much. And they never even did put nobody else in that room. Nobody was in that room by the time I left. By the time I left, it was literally just me and my shit. It's a whole bunch of other stuff to that story of how my friend turned into my roommate to not my roommate anymore. I just feel like I'm missing a lot because, like I said, I'm not the only person that was in that group. It was me, it was Bestie, it was Liam, it was Ivy, it was Tyson, and then Tyson's 3 friends. Like, it was so many people involved in that it was a lot going on. But, of course, it's surrounded mainly around me because for some reason I'm the fucking problem. The world may never know. If you think that I was the problem in this, kindly tell me in the comments. Like, I'm down to take accountability. Like, did I really do that girl that bad? Or did she truly have me fucked up? Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Because I'm telling my point of view. Granted, she can't tell her point of view, but still. But yeah, that was my story on that. I'm out of breath from all the talking. My God. Moral of the story is, I don't have any beef with this girl. Okay? There's no beef with you. I'm just going to say that whatever that was very weird. I thought we was gonna be cool forever. Turns out you let a man come in between us, girl. But it's no beef. That was like years ago. We're 25 now. Like, we was all 18. Girl, please. It doesn't matter anymore. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm literally out of breath and can no longer talk, so I hope you enjoy this video. Bye, friends. I can't even speak. I'm like burning alive. Jesus, I've never talked that much in my life.